It's a recording, it's a recording.
Okay, it's a recording.
Ja, sätt mobilen tyst.
Ja, jag tror inte den är här ens. Okay. Hello guys and welcome to my video on how to play Riven. Today I'll be doing a guide for you on her basic abilities and her most intricate combos. Riven's first ability, her Q, is 3 parts, all 3 doing damage and being a short dash, as well as the third one knocking enemies up. Riven's second ability, W, stuns enemies for 0.75 seconds. Riven's third ability, E, is also a dash with a shield. Riven's R has 2 parts. The first part is an attack steroid that boosts her AD and attack range, and the second part is a wind slash which deals damage based on their missing health. Riven's most important combo is the fast combo. Right here you can see me auto-attacking and doing the Q, and it takes roughly 8 seconds, but when I auto-attack and movement cancel my auto-attack and Q, it only takes 6 seconds, which is why it's important to learn. Another interesting thing you can do with Riven is cancel her W animation with E. So you E and then WQ, and your W animation will be cancelled. This is effective if you want to do lots of burst damage, or if you want to surprise an ADC, for example. You can also do this with other abilities like Gore Drinker, for example, but you can also do it with ultimate. Your ultimate, both your first and second cast, can be cancelled with this EQ combo. Right here you're seeing the Gore Drinker cancel. This can be very effective if you want to dash the same time as you want to heal. For example, if you're in a large crowd of people and you want to get out and you're low on health, you can E and then Q Gore Drinker and then E and then E away, or Q and then Q away again to escape, which is why this combo is pretty good. You can also do Prowler's Claw, since you have time to auto attack after your E and then do the WQ. You can E Prowler's Claw and then WQ to dash through a target and then stun them, which can be effective if you're against ADCs. Now another interesting combo is the R1, R2 plus E flash WQ. It uses the same mechanic to try and cancel your Q animation with the EWQ, but this time you're casting your second R, and as it's flying through the air, you want to flash and then a WQ to deal as much damage as possible in a burst. This is very effective if you want to execute someone in the enemy team, for example an ADC. So you R and then you WQ to do a lot of damage simultaneously, which often surprises the enemy. Now for runes, the main rune you 99% of the time want to be picking is Conqueror. This is because it works so good with Riven's kit, since she has a lot of abilities and a lot of other auto cancels. It stacks off very fast, and secondary, most often you go for shield bash and bomb plating because it synergizes well, but you could also go for domination second if you want to be doing a little bit more damage, which I recommend if you're against very squishy teams, or you just want to go lethality maybe. Another rune page I don't really recommend, but that is very fun to play, is the Dark Harvest rune page. This is probably better if you're playing Riven as a jungler, but if you can get a lot of Dark Seal stacks, you can really delete some people if you're going lethality or a crit, for example. When maxing Riven's abilities, you almost always want to max Q first, and then either E or W, depending on what you prefer and what's needed in the matchups, which I'll talk about a little bit later. Riven has a lot of skill-based matchups. The difficult category I set as kind of skill-based because it depends on how good you are and how good the enemy is. For example, Set can be really hard to play against, but if you know how to dodge his W and not get caught in his E, you can win the lane, but it is difficult. Something like a Malphite is very easy because his Q has about the same cooldown as your E, so you can always E his Q, meaning that he doesn't get much poke damage. Some hard matchups are Urgot and Renekton, and they are very hard because they simply outtrade you. And Fiora is also very difficult because both your Q, third Q, and your W can get parried, which is not very good because then she will automatically win the trade. Right here I'm showing you a early laning phase and how that can play out. I know that as a Riven my level 1 is pretty strong since I almost have 3 abilities, all 3 charges of my Q. So I'm always looking to do a short trade, like you can see right here, just short trade and then back off. Now, since I'm against Mordekaiser, he also has a very good level 1 with his passive, but I'm fine with taking a little bit of damage, because I know that I can kill him, because I have more burst and he has more long-term damage. So I try to get my level 2, I get it, and I go on him, and I solo kill him. This is something you want to do often as Riven, since you are very strong early. You can try to look for these cheesy level 1 or level 2 kills. And right now you can see he's TPing back, and I try to kill him again, and I should be able to kill him, but I hold my W for too long, and so I end up dying. Now, of course, this could have been prevented by me either not going on him there or by me actually hitting my W. And I probably should have played safe in that instance. Now when it comes to a little bit later in the game, still early game, I know that I can kill him here since he's low, but his jungler comes. So I quickly look at my map and Viego pings that he's on his way. So I make my way down the river to ensure that Viego is there, and then I do my EWQ cancel to burst Viego as fast as possible for him not to be able to react, and then we kill him. Now right here you can see that I'm not pushing the wave, since I know that he has more minions than me. I know that I can just let the wave push to me, I can recall, and when I come back the minions should be pushed in to me. And as you can see, I'm walking back to lane and the minions are still there. They haven't died, so I don't lose any XP and I get a perfect base since I don't miss any minions. This is a really good example, but that's more of a top lane trick in general rather than Riven, but it's good to remember. Right here, it's a little bit later into the game, mid-game I'd say. I go in for a trade. And again, I'm looking to burst him once, back off, and then kill him. So I do that again. And then right here, I know I have my abilities up. I EWQ flash, and my ult takes him down. Always save your ult for last, since it scales with missing health. Now, later into the game, around 20 minutes usually, you want to try and push lanes and get as much farm as possible. Now it might be hard to do that if your teammates are not willing to work with you, but you should always try to get as much farm as possible and push side lanes. And often if you're strong, you can 1v2 pretty easily. This does although depend on how fed you are and which team you're against. Like right here I see that there's 3 people top, which means I can push this wave and potentially get the tower. So that's what I do. I push the wave and I start hitting the tower as fast and hard as possible. Now Usually I would not do this since we don't have that much vision, but since we just saw 3 of them top and I know that Z is dead, I feel comfortable pushing, and you can see they take the Rift Herald and Vel'Koz is the only person here, so I'm fine to keep pushing for a little bit. Right here I see the Blast Cone and I immediately think I could use this to my advantage. Now I want to surprise Vel'Koz, so I take the Blast Cone, I ult, I wait for his berry to run out, save the R for last and kill him. And right here there are 3 people running after me. I'm definitely in danger. I fail my wall jump. I use my Gore Drinker to survive. I use my stun, then I flash out. Even though that was not very good played by me, I managed to survive because I did not panic. It's very important to try not to panic when you're playing Riven, since often you can do it if you just calm down. And right here I ping my team that I have teleport, I B, buy my items and I TP in. But by that time they have already killed the enemies, so it's a free Drake pickup for us, which is very nice. Now right here you see me just standing still trying to bait the Z. Right here it's a 3v2, but remember what I said, I can fight them. So I get one of them, and I know Sivir has very low mobility when she doesn't have her R, so I can just run after her and pick up a kill. Now, my tier list for Riven is kind of weird, to be honest, but this is just my opinion. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you. Så. Okej.
Vad fan är det? Den lilla röda knappen.